When a trail becomes as popular as the Manitou Incline, people sometimes say it is loved to death. And its users have been lavishing love on the incline in ever-increasing numbers. According to a counter installed by the city of Manitou Springs, weekend days have been attracting upwards of 2,000 people a day. Since the counter went active in July of 2013, more than 200,000 trips up the incline have been recorded. Beyond the wear and tear caused by the heavy foot traffic, it is the forces of nature that take the greatest toll on the incline, particularly the torrential rains in September of 2013.
Once it starts opening up like that, like it has been, it just gets worse a lot quicker as well. So it's important, I think, that we get on it this summer. My name is Don Jacobs. I've been a civil engineer for about 20 years. I specialize in drainage and flood control. From a design standpoint, we're really trying to slow that water down. We're trying to get it off the trail. I think that's the key really to the whole design. The biggest engineering challenge on it is that it's on an unstable slope. Everything out there is trying to move downhill with gravity. The other challenge is construction is going to be very difficult. Getting materials and workers and equipment up there, the access is so limited and it makes it difficult. We have landscape architects that have had a lot of great input on the project. You know, we have soils engineer providing input. We had a contractor who specializes in steep slope construction on our team providing advice. That contractor operates some kind of crazy equipment that can kind of walk down real steep slopes, and they do a lot of rock scaling and slope stabilization. So they've provided just excellent input on what can be constructed and how to move materials on slopes like that, because that's kind of a specialized field. The design that we came up with really will look similar, I think, to what you see out there today, but it'll be a lot more cleaned up, and really you could think of it as a beefier system. You see a lot of walls makeshift walls next to the trail, made out of plywood and small pieces of wood. We're really going to have more robust walls, and that will really help stop the water from washing all the material down. You know, all of us love the way the incline is, like you said, the character of it. So yeah, it's very important that we maintain that and be able to use the incline, feel like it's always felt, like a kind of crazy climb up a weird railroad grade.
Just as they climb and clamber up its steep slope, incline loyalists have stepped up in many other ways, with financial support, attending fundraising events organized by the nonprofit Incline Friends Group, and contributing countless volunteer hours on trail maintenance projects. Valiant efforts, and yet stabilizing the incline, giving it some durability and sustainability for the future, will require professional engineering, a lot of materials, and major construction work.
The way it's so steep on those soils right now, it will always require maintenance. Well, we're not going to be able to get away from just letting the thing sit there for years and years without maintaining it. The big problem, if nothing is done, is that, that slope, like I said, is moving downhill, and it's going to take the railroad ties and the trail with it. So give it enough time, and we don't know how long that would be, but it may not be that long. A good section of that just may come right down the mountain and be gone, and then we wouldn't have anything